What's up, guys? Welcome to another daily process. Let's get started. So we're going to load in a couple of landscapes here. Go ahead and separate these. You're going to want to choose different seeds for them too. So for this one, I don't know, we'll just do totally random. Doesn't matter. We're going to mess with them later. Okay. Now what we want to do is put these on their side like that, 90 degrees. Okay. And I kind of had this idea earlier today, and good thing I still have the concept because I think it should look pretty cool. We just gotta mess with it, right? I might change the seat on this one. I don't really like it. Okay, this one's cool. Okay, so now that we did that, we're gonna want to add a platform. We just do a regular plane. Bring it right here. And we're going to do something a little different with this plane right here. We're going to displace it, but we're going to be using layers instead of the noise. Well, we're still going to be using noise, but we're going to be layering them. You'll see what I mean right now. It's going to actually look pretty dope. Okay. That's good right there. I doubt we'll use all this space, but it's there just in case. Actually, we're gonna want to make these longer. Okay. Going to change the seat on this again too. This one we're going to make a little taller than the rest. Yeah, I like that better. Okay. You'll see how this is all going to come into play. Right now, I just kind of laying down the framework here. Okay. Alright, this looks pretty good so far. Now the next thing we're going to do, let's go ahead and set a camera right here just in this angle because I kind of like this angle. We'll put a protection on there. Alright, here's the good stuff. So you're going to want to click on your plane right here. And under width segments, well, actually let's turn on our lines so we can see what we're doing. Let's do 100 by 100. I think that's pretty good. Actually, you know what? Let's do 250 by 250. And you'll see why in a bit. Actually, I'm just gonna bump that up a little bit more because this scene is gonna get pretty, well, you'll see. Okay. So we'll go ahead and select all of our landscapes, group them. Okay. Let's gonna be the floor. All right, here's the good stuff. So we're gonna want to load a displacer. Put that under here. Go ahead and click on that. Now when you go to shading, in previous videos, we've always gone right here and go to noise, and then we distort it like that. What we're actually gonna do this time is, instead of hitting noise, you wanna go ahead and hit layer. And essentially all it is just like, if you click in here, you still have access to add noise, colors, all kinds of stuff, but now you're gonna be able to add them in layers. So you're gonna be able to, change the strength of each layer and just all kinds of different stuff too. So we're gonna load a noise here. Okay. And on this one, instead of noise, we're actually gonna choose, it's this one here, stupid. Go back to our displacer, go to object, kind of exaggerate the height a little bit because we want to see what we're working with. Go into your shader, click on this noise, and increase the global scale quite a bit until you start seeing what looks like ridges, all these kinds of little like craters and stuff in there. That's what we want. So I think that's pretty cool right there. Go ahead and just mess with these settings until you get something that you like. I think that'll do for now. Can always change it later. Okay. So now we got pretty much a displacer that's kind of molded our ground into this, sort of texture here. What we want to do now is, in addition to this noise shader here, we want to add another one. And make sure that one's on top. And under this one, we want to change the noise type to Ober. Okay, and the same thing, this one's going to look crazy, so you want to increase this quite a bit. Go ahead and change the seed if you want. Kind of like that one. Okay. All right. Now we're going to go back to our layers here. And instead of normal, you want to hit multiply. And what that's going to do, watch. Yeah, okay, my bad. It's screen. So you have this one right here, right? Which is the first one we did. And when you add this other one and put it on screen, as I turn this up, you could see that it kind of adds to it. Instead of completely taking it out or overlaying it with something else, it kind of just adds to it. If you look over here, you could see, as I bring it up. So that's a pretty cool thing you can do with, noise layers. You can get some pretty crazy results. It just really depends how far you want to take it. Obviously, you can go back to your displacer and turn up the height some more to get some pretty gnarly results. I think that's pretty cool right there, at least just to start off. I'm gonna go ahead and fire up Octane here. Alright, pretty dope. I want to bring this back a little bit. Don't worry if it doesn't look perfect, you'll have plenty of time to mess with it. Just get something that looks pretty decent and then go from there. It's okay. So I like this right here. Next thing we're gonna do, before I forget, let's go ahead and add another camera. Actually, I prefer this angle better. Oh shit. Okay. Oh fuck. I don't know why it does that. Every time you group cameras, it like glitches out and it it does that, so I don't know why it does that. We'll figure it out later. Anyways, okay, we're gonna get into something pretty cool right here. It's a little more advanced than usual. This is gonna start getting into like the modeling aspect of Cinema 4D, but it's actually not that complicated, and I'll kind of just run through it with you guys. So you want to select your floor, go ahead and hit this button right here to make it editable. And then, as you've seen in the not the previous video, but the one where I did the tree and like the little river around it, kind of the same technique. You want to hit your live selection tool, make sure this is on polygon mode, and then you can select all this, right? Okay. What we want to do actually is go to your top angle. Okay. And you're going to want to select pretty much where your river is going to flow through. Actually, we might want to go to this angle just so we could see. Make this whatever size you want to make it by holding the middle scroll wheel. Just click on that and hold it. And we're just going to want to select, oh shit. Oh fuck. Okay. So now that we got that, let's actually bring this out here a little bit. Alright, so now that you got all that selected, you're going to want to bring that down. Don't worry, I know it looks kind of like shit right now. Actually, it doesn't look like shit. If that's the kind of look you're going for, that's actually pretty cool if it's like a low poly style and you don't mind all these blocks. But what we're going to do now is, okay, now that you've brought that down, you're still going to want to have that selected, but you also want to select the surrounding part. You don't want to select too much, just enough so that you cover the top right here. Okay. All right. We can worry about this side later. We probably won't even see it anyways, but we'll do it just in case. All right, so once you have all that selected, something like that, remember guys, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can just, do whatever you're doing on your own or whatever your style is. It does not have to be exactly this. I'm kind of just, going right through this because I don't want to forget what I'm thinking of. So now that we have all that selected, you want to go to Sculpt, Brushes, oh wait. Oh, okay, sorry, that was stupid. I guess if you have other things selected, you can't access this sculpt menu. So make sure you're just selecting this. Go ahead and go to Sculpt, Brushes, and then Smooth. All right. Now, once you have this Smooth tool, you're gonna want to make this a lot smaller, something like that. All right. Now, before you begin this, the idea is to just obviously smooth out all these edges right here. And to do that, you're just going to kind of go along this edge right here. See? Not too bad, right? And you can change, I believe, the pressure. Instead of going left and right, when you click the middle mouse wheel and you go left or right, that's going to increase the size of it. But if you go up or down, that increases the pressure of the brush. So kind of mess with those settings and just see what you get. Oh my fucking gosh. Are you fucking serious, bro? You see, guys? That's why you gotta save your shit. Let's see if it's still there. Users. Right here. App data. I swear to God, I better be there because I really like that project. Hopefully it's this one. Holy shit, it actually recovered. Thank God. Wow, that was close, guys. So, yeah, obviously, make sure you save it from the get-go. Okay. Anyway, so after you sculpt all that, we still got that. Oops. Still got that selected. Alright, so that's looking pretty good, right? Gonna fire Octane back up. It's still a little jagged, you know, in some areas, but you can really smooth that out as much as you want. I'm pretty content with it, how it looks right now, so we'll just keep going from here. Okay. Looking good, looking good. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, I like that second one. Alright, so now that we got a pretty solid little landscape here, the next thing I want to do is... there's a couple ways we could do this. Basically, I want to make kind of like little arcs. Go from here to here, from here to here, from here to here. I think the easiest way to do it would be to go right here and go to arc. And I think there should be a way... yeah. Yeah, okay, perfect. I couldn't see it right now. So pretty much want to bring that to like 180. Make it smaller if you need. Remember, you can mess with the, you know, the angle of this by just going to the coordinates and messing with the Y value, or whichever way you're trying to go. Let's try to leave it at 1 for now and just see how it looks. Okay. Okay, let's just keep going with it and see what happens. Oops. Can even rotate these a little bit to make it look a little more, you know, realistic. I'm gonna put these in a group. Okay, let's see if I can remember. So once you have like a spline like this, all you gotta do is go to See if I remember. Fuck. I believe it's sweep. Okay, so we load up a sweep. And we're gonna want to put... we want to put a sphere in the sweep. The way this works is you put the shape that you want to take form of what the spline is. So you're gonna put a sphere, and then it's gonna be this first arc, I believe. Okay, so after looking something up, I'm an idiot. You don't want to put a sphere. You want to put obviously your shape, your arc, and then you want to put another one, but you're actually gonna want to put a circle in here. Don't worry, I know it looks fucking crazy. You're gonna want to select your circle and bring that down. I don't know why Octane was kind of flipping out a little bit. I guess you gotta refresh it every time you mess with this. Whatever, no big deal. Okay, bring this down. And we're gonna do the same for the other ones. So we're gonna load another sweep. Okay. Maybe this last one we can kind of straighten it out. It looks kind of funny. Alright, that's cool. We don't have to get it perfect. I just kind of wanted in somewhat of the area so I could turn this thing. Make sure you take off the enable access. Okay. Looking good so far. All right. Maybe we'll put one more. Should put a couple more. Make sure they're in the ground. I don't know what this little ball is, but we'll go ahead and smooth that out right now. It's kind of funny. Okay. Alright, so now that we got that, it's looking like a pretty cool scene. Now it's almost time to start adding some color and lights and all that good stuff. One thing I do want to do though is add, for this, we're actually going to want to add a cube. And this is going to be a little challenging, but it's not impossible. So the idea is we want to go ahead and put water in here. But in order for it to actually look like water, because you could easily put just a plane and put it across and make it transparent. But what we want to do is put a cube, because when we add the specular material, which we'll kind of go into that right now, you mess with this thing called, watch, when you go into the medium, absorption medium, that's kind of like what gives it that, you know, actual water look instead of just like a plane that's, you know, deformed. But we'll mess with it and see what happens. I'm no pro at it, so we're gonna kind of be learning this together. Okay, it's looking good, looking good. Don't worry about all this shit. We're not going to see it. Our camera's going to be over here. Alright. Looking pretty dope. Okay. Let's see. How long are we in? 30 minutes? Awesome. We're doing great time, guys. Usually this shit would probably take me like an hour. Okay. So now we got that. We got that. Let's go ahead and add this. I think for water it's 1.55 or something. I don't know. We'll double check that right now. But now it's time to start adding some color and lighting. So this one will be water. And now we want to add diffuse material, which is going to light up these right here. I was thinking of making them all the same color, but who knows? Maybe we'll change them up a little bit. So we'll make materials for each different arc. So this will be arc light 1. This water. I'm so paranoid now. I'm saving like every other step. Okay. Want to go in here, go to your emission, hit black body emission. We're going to change the color and all that stuff later. I'm just kind of trying to, you know, put something on here for now. Alright. Let's duplicate these like 5 times, because I think that's how many we got. Yep. Like 2. 3, 4, and 5. Perfect. Technically this should be 1 and this should be 2, just so we don't get confused. So 1, 2, 3, yeah. And then 4, and then 5. All right, dope. Alright, sorry, I'm just trying to find the right angle, trying to make sure everything's looking right. Everything looks pretty good. So now let's add, well, let's make sure everything's organized here. So these are our arcs. Okay. Cameras. Okay. Let's add a daylight. Alrighty. Now let's start having some fun. This shit is fucking bright, so you're gonna wanna, let's see, turn that down for sure. Okay. So we still want to see the color, we just don't want it to be like so bright where you can't even tell it's blue, you know what I mean? So I think these are good settings, maybe at like 3%, and you know, just kind of mess with it until it looks how you want it to look. So 3.6, let's go to the next one. Ooh, that looks pretty nice right there. Okay, I guess that one may be a little lower. You just gotta keep messing with settings, guys. Nothing's ever gonna be, you know, perfect right away. So remember, just keep messing with this shit until, you know, it looks the way you want it to look. Bring this way down. Okay. Actually, just want to see something real quick. I want to switch these colors. Yeah, I think that looks better. And then we'll substitute this blue to over here. I actually like that. Looks pretty clean. Okay. You know what, we'll actually just alternate on these colors. I like this color scheme. Yeah, that's pretty dope. You can just go ahead and delete these extra 2 materials. We won't be needing them. Alright, now we're starting to get somewhere. As far as our water goes, let's go ahead and see if we could do something with the absorption medium here. So as you can see, whenever you change the medium color, it changes the color of the water, or it changes the inside of this specular map. So you're just gonna mess with these settings until you get something you like. Really doesn't make a whole lot of difference, but I'm just gonna put it on there and see what happens. Remember, we can always go to water and go to our very, very handy displacer. Man, I love using this one. Go to your shading, add a noise, go in here. Oh fuck, I forgot. Okay, yeah, the reason it's not displacing is because these are all on one, so put these up to like 100. Wow, that's pretty sick. Go back in here, make sure you turn up your global scale to whatever you want it. Let's send this shit up to like 500. Yeah, there we go. It will kind of bog down your computer, so just kind of be patient with it. Let's do like 800. Alright, that looks pretty cool. What else? What else? Kind of want to add some like roughness to it. I'm not sure how it will look. Nah, I think we'll leave it like that. Okay. So you could keep messing with that till you get a result that you like. I think it looks okay. So we're just gonna keep this here for now. Alright, so that looks pretty good. I'm not gonna waste too much time on this. We can figure that out later. And then what else could we do? What else could we do? Let's add some like boulders and shit like that, you know, around here. And by doing that, we can actually just go to... I could use Forester, but I want to really do this so that, you know, you guys that just have only Cinema 4D and Octane can kind of get the same results. So we'll just go with that. Let's do one of these, whatever the hell this shit is, Platonic. Okay. It looks like a shape I learned in math class. Right on. Looks pretty good. Okay. Let's add a displacer to that. Okay. Let's bring this over here so we can see what the hell we're doing. As you can see, the displacer's already kind of started messing with it a little bit, so that's good. We may need to add more, yeah. Okay, so I guess we're just gonna have to do it the old school way. Go right here. Just distort this. Could go in here and mess with it till you get whatever shape you want. It's really up to you. Obviously, the lower you put your global scale, the more you know, rigid and stuff it's gonna be. So you just have to find a good balance. I think you can even change the noise. Yeah, pretty hardcore. These actually be pretty cool if it was like maybe some crystals or something. So let's put them down and see what happens. Actually, holy shit, that looks pretty dope. It's almost like this, the arcs are growing from this crystal, so I think that works pretty well. Good idea. See? Accidents are not all bad. And to change the way this looks, we just want to go to our displacer and just change the seed, I guess. Okay. Go ahead and group these. Name them crystals. Okay. Okay, looking pretty good. And I mean, we can honestly just duplicate these first ones and then put them on this on this third one. I mean, it's going to be so far behind here, I don't think people are really going to be able to tell. But if you want, you know, you can mess with these however you want. Rotate them and whatnot. Okay, cool. We're starting to get somewhere. Alright guys, so we got our scene so far. We've still got a lot of work to do. This video is almost about an hour, so I think I'm gonna make this into a two-part video. That way I can actually, you know, so I can make this as nice as it deserves to be, because this is a really awesome scene. Probably one of my favorites so far, besides the little tree that I did a couple processes ago. But this looks really nice, and I really want to spend my time making it, you know, how it should be. So stay tuned for the next one, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.